Alana, good to see you.
Arthur, it's so good to see you. It's been so long since our last Mind Over Manor episode.
Oh my God, I have missed it so much. That's why I'm really excited that tonight we've got this fun, nature-y themed episode. I'm all dressed up. I've got my bunny ears on. I am ready.
Oh my gosh. Arthur, I was supposed to dress up. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot.
Don't even worry about it. You know, I've got enough of a background in computer animation and visual effects. I can take care of it in post, no problem. Just do a little post-production magic right there on the keyboard, and we fix it all up right there.
Really? You can do that?
Oh, it's so easy. Here, check it out. Poof.
What? Arthur, what did you do?
Problem solved, right? Now we're animals. We're ready for the show.
Oh my gosh, Arthur, I look ridiculous.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I should have known better. I should have made you a koala.
Yes, obviously, that's the best animal.
It totally is. And it's Animal Week on Mind Over Manor. Hello out there. Welcome to Mind Over Manor. I'm Arthur, one of your hosts.
And I'm Alana, back as a human.
It's true. Together we host Mind Over Manor, a game show where comedians do bizarre challenges for a chance at money for a charity of their choice and the key to the manor.
Arthur, it's been way too long since I saw that key. I am so ready to get back into it.
Absolutely. It's been a little while since we've been out here for the show. And tonight we are going to kick things off, I believe, by spotlighting another charity that we care about enormously. This week, it is BJ's charity. Sadly, BJ could not be here with us tonight, but he is here in the chat. You know, sometimes that's how train Wi-Fi is. But Matt, assuming that we have that video ready, would you mind bringing up BJ's charity showcase?
I'm going to be playing for a nonprofit organization that's based in Worcester, Massachusetts. It's called African Community Education, or ACE. It helps a lot of people from the African diaspora, refugee and immigrant communities be able to integrate into the States, and helps out children with things from literacy work or getting supplies for schools or food or after school care, all these different type of things. So I'm going to be playing for ACE.
A lovely charity, a great showcase.
Yeah, I'm really excited about BJ's charity choice. Of course, all of our contestants have chosen charities. Last episode, we got to learn about Colleen's, and Gwen and Jess are to come.
Absolutely. And speaking of all of our fantastic contestants, we've got a great animal-themed show tonight where we'll be putting them through their natural paces. And in order to get a sense of how they're doing, we, of course, have our returning head judge, our friend and yours, Emily Goldstein. Emily, welcome to the show.
Hey!
Hey, Emily.
You're back.
How are you feeling tonight?
I feel so good. I've got my cat ears on. I'm ready to see everything that's going to come out of the woods, per se.
Love it, love it, love it. Anything in particular that you're excited to see tonight as we look at these animals?
Oh, I cannot wait to see costumes. I can't wait to see what our contestants are going to bring on, which animals they have chosen to spotlight.
It's true. Tonight, our live mission is to introduce an animal, stuffed, pet, etc., as though you are a nature show presenter.
And of course, Emily, you yourself are not a nature show presenter. So do you have an expert in the field here to help you judge?
I think I do. I have somebody very special waiting backstage. This person was an Improv Boston regular, beloved by many. They happen to be a serial stress buyer of stuffed animals. And Loaf has been her pal for the pandemic. And if you don't know who I'm talking about yet, wait just a minute. She is a marine biologist by education, has taken courses on animal behavior, and has a published research paper on sea scallops, among many other things. And she loves mayo. That's right. It's Kat.
Kat, welcome to the show.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to be here with Mind Over Manor judging the contestants today. As you can see, just like there's a murder of crows or a parliament of owls, I'm here with my snuggle of stuffed animals.
Love it.
Tremendous.
Honestly, we're so excited to have you, Kat, as long as you don't eat mayo out of the jar again.
We would love to not see that tonight.
Unfortunately, this is only water for tonight.
Oh, good. Well, this time is not for me and Arthur. I think we're going to head out and let you guys do your thing.
Kat, let's get the ball rolling.
I'm ready. I have my field notebook ready to take some notes on these presentations.
Excellent. Let's bring up the first contestant, Colleen.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
So I've got something very exciting for you to see in its quasi-natural habitat.
Ooh.
This is Coral. Her name is Coral. She lives, she's many all together in one. When there are many coral in one place, it's called a colony. We have a tiny piece of a colony in here. Some fun facts about coral are that it's not a plant. It's an animal, technically. I think small corals are known as polyps, maybe. I have to admit, Kat, your marine biology background is really bad luck for me. Also, coral can reproduce both sexually and asexually, 2 ways. She does what she wants, everyone. In addition, coral, when it gathers in a big enough colony, creates a reef. There are many reefs in the world. They are in danger of bleaching because when the water gets too hot, the coral dries up and dies and it looks like this. Caveat, I didn't take this coral or find it on a beach. I purchased it for $1 from an estate sale in northern Michigan. So this coral was, at least by me, responsibly obtained. I don't recommend owning coral at home, but this is the only animal in my entire house. That's all I've got to tell you about this Dame coral.
Kat, do you have any questions for Colleen?
I do have one question. I'm debating whether to ask it, but I'm just going to ask it, but I won't judge you too harshly on the answer. Please, do you have any knowledge of the chemical reaction that causes bleaching in the corals?
Oh, yes, I do. So much knowledge. It's the reverse of photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is one way a coral eats, I'm told, which is light. But opposite light is temperature. And when temperature gets too high, the photosynthesis reverses. And chemically, what you're seeing there is obviously hydrogen being released into the water, which was otherwise hydrogen plus oxygen. I'm sorry, Mrs. Yates, my AP bio teacher.
You know, Colleen, I asked that less to test if you had the correct answer, but how confidently you went for it. So I do appreciate that you did your best. And I do give points for that. But I will, or I would like to educate the audience, however, regarding the increase of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. When that is dissolved in water, there's a reaction regarding the calcium carbonate in the corals. And so that the corals are then no longer able to live in that way because their structure is slowly dissolving. So climate change is real, everyone. And Colleen, your presentation was also very real.
Wow. Colleen, thank you so much. I think Kat and I are going to have a little chit chat for a second and come up with a score here. So Kat, I need to know, is coral considered an animal? What's the deal behind all of this?
Yes, it is. Colleen was correct in that way. Although the specimen that she had was clearly not alive, obviously because it was out in air and not underwater. I will note that one thing that Colleen said regarding corals, she said it dries up and dies. However, the corals do still stay in the water when they expire potentially, but hopefully not. So
wow.
Overall, I will say overall, I think she had a very great presentational voice for like nature documentaries and things like that. I look for ones that have voices and scenic options that I can craft to. And I would say to Colleen, I can craft to that presentation.
Kat, I'm thinking here we are judging off of a score from 1 to 5, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. I'm curious what score you're thinking of, and then I'm going to give a final score within the next 30 seconds.
So Colleen did choose a marine biology subject, of which I am an expert even more specifically in than just regular nature animals. So I have to judge her a little more harshly potentially regarding the educational aspect of this all. So I would suggest a 4 for Colleen for today.
I think that taking your score into consideration and taking this whole presentation into consideration, I'm going to give a 3. And I would also like to give props to Colleen for, yes, a very wonderful presentation voice. And we would like to bring out the next contestant.
Oh, crikey. Oh, well, I was going to present my animal, but I got bit by it first. Is it bad?
Oh, that doesn't look good.
Oh, it's a real unique bite. Oh.
I see some heart shapes. Could could you maybe share what sort of teeth shape would cause such distinct?
Well, this is a very rare sighting. Indeed. Oh, it's back! Oh no, back beast! Back! Oh! The very rare, the very vicious love bug. Oh, and it just loves too hard. Oh no, it's coming at me. Oh, this is the love bug. Now, as you can see, they have two modes. It's love and love harder, and sometimes they love a little too hard. This is my love bug. We're gonna call this one Bella because ain't she a beaut? Ain't she a beaut? Now you can see her little antennas. That's how she detects the love waves. You have to be ready for the love bug. And that's how she really sees the love. She can see people with her eyes, but she sees love with her antennae. You'll notice that she's got a little removable hood so she can masquerade, and that's to protect the love bug. Oh goodness. The last thing about the love bug is that the love bug likes to lick inside of your mouth, and that is to take samples back to the hive.
That sounds delightful and gross.
It's disgusting to us, but to them, it's the highest form of affection.
Now, Gwen, I have not encountered this animal before in my time here on Earth. Do you happen to know the scientific name of the love bug?
Oh, absolutely. Amorous Maximus Anthraxinus. Yes, and that of course it was named after amore, which was of course the word for love. And one thing that's interesting about the love bug is that you can see the love bug doesn't have many teeth. So oftentimes the love bug's tongue, or you can see it's happening right now, the love bug's tongue just sticks right out. And the reason it doesn't have teeth is because it, as you can see, it's loving. It did that with its tongue. If it had teeth, God forbid, we'd all be chewed up by love.
Wow, I guess sometimes love hurts, you know?
It does, absolutely.
On that note, I think Kat and I are going to have our little chit-chat about all of this. Thank you so much, Gwen. Kat, I would love to hear your thoughts about this.
Yeah, well, I appreciated the additional scientific information, so I can go and do a little bit more research about this new species that I haven't experienced before. So from an educational perspective, I would give 5 out of 5 points. However, I will say there was a lot of drama and tension in that. The risk of being bitten or just licked was very real. So I unfortunately would only give a 3 out of 5 as to could I craft to that. That the tension to me would be, I would be riveted by it.
So I thought that I forget the name of that particular creature. I thought it was adorable and terrifying. Presentation was wonderful, and taking your feedback into consideration, I'm going to even it out and give Gwen a 4 out of 5. And we are going to bring on the next contestant.
G'day.
Yes.
Tough act to follow, am I right? But it's okay because I've got a fascinating creature to share with you today. This right here is the teddy bear, all right? But it's not just any teddy bear. This is FIFA, the teddy bear. Now, if you listen real closely, if we all get real quiet, we might just hear Teddy say hello. All right, so we get real quiet, and if you listen, can you hear it? Can you hear that very soft jingling sound? That's the teddy's way of telling you he loves you. Now you'll notice that this is a really tough bear. He's been through some scrapes. He's got a few stitches and patches in him, but he's still full of snuggles and cuddles. The really interesting thing about this teddy bear is that scholars are still arguing over its true origins and where it is indigenous to. I go to the school of thought that it is indigenous to my bedroom. My older sister, goes to the school of thought that it is indigenous to her bedroom. and it was unceremoniously taken when I was a child. But, we're still working that out to this day. Fascinating, right? Science, things are always changing.
Science!
Do you have any questions for me?
I am loving the backstory, the rich history you're able to provide this animal. I'd love to hear what the average life expectancy is for this species, and maybe a little bit about its eating habits in order to maintain a good and healthy life.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Typical life expectancy for an animal like this is probably somewhere in the range of maybe, I don't know, 15, 20 years. But here we are, 30 years later, it's still going strong. All right. Now, Teddy lives on a very steady diet of snuggles and love. And occasionally, whatever food happens to, maybe you're having a rough night and you're eating some popcorn in bed, and he's kind of, he's there cleaning up the scraps like the family pet under the dinner table, cleaning up all the popcorn and Chinese food that you're dropping in your bed on a tough night. So that's nice. But he's there sharing it with you every step of the way.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Jess, thank you so much. Kat and I are going to have our little chit chat. Kat, I once again would love to hear your thoughts.
I really appreciate the emotional attachment and connection that I felt in the relationship between Jess and the bear. So again, with the drama and the tension between the history of this animal, maybe a 4 out of 5 if I could really craft to it. But I do appreciate the depth and the rich history and giving us again a little bit of that biological perspective about the bear regarding life expectancy and all of those comfort foods that we crave as well.
I enjoyed all of that too. I also enjoyed the accent. That was fun. And I think, once again, taking what you had to say into consideration and what was brought before us, I'm going to give Jess a 3. And next, we're going to bring out BJ's video, since he unfortunately is not able to join us live, but he is there in the comments. So BJ, if you have anything to say in the comments, feel free to chime in and let's watch that video.
So you might know that I do the recordings of Mind Over Manor while I'm at work. Today, there's a little bit of an issue and I won't be able to record my live challenge live, but don't worry, because I've come up with a solution. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. Not a sneak peek. I'm just going to give you the entire video for the live challenge. I'm going to show you the animal that I have spotted. Now, right now, I'm in the middle of Boston's financial district, and there's not a lot of wild animals here, right? There's not a lot, but I think I found something. Something that could be considered, I don't know, a pack leader in the wild, in the forest or something like that. And yes, even though we're in this urban landscape, we're still, I don't want to get too close. We found, it's a husky. We found a husky, a real live bronze husky right there. Oh, you don't want to get too close to it because it might just bite you off. And look at that. It's huge. And you see by its mane and everything like that, it's been through a lot of years, a lot of wars. So we're very respectful of the husky, very loving of the husky, but we understand you have to keep your distance. Now, I wish I could be with you live right now, but I've got to make sure that I keep the respect of that husky, and doing it live might be a little bit too complicated, but I hope you all are having a great time tonight. All right.
Wow. I have to say, I already off the bat would recommend 5 out of 5 points for getting such in the field nature camera work of active live animals. Again, and he was wearing proper PPE to be out there in society right now. So that was impressive, and to see such a shiny and glorious example of an animal too was also, I think, I was impressed. And the soft-spoken voice, I could craft to that.
Okay, I feel like I've seen a husky like that before, and it's incredible to see them in the wild. I do appreciate that BJ went out into the wild, into the field, to capture the presence of such a being. And yes, the soft voice did lend a certain je ne sais quoi to the whole thing. So I'm going to give BJ 4 points. And that about wraps up this first portion of Manor.
Thank you so much. Kat, it was great having you on as a guest expert to talk a little bit about the creatures that we were looking at tonight. Do you have anything you want to promote or plug while you're still here?
Well, you can also catch Loaf and I on Sleepover this Saturday at 10 p.m. here at 2MB Studios. And we're also there every other week, but this Saturday in particular, come in and tune in.
Well, fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you around.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Right.
All right, Arthur, what did you think about these dueling Australian accents?
I mean, two incredible accents and 4 incredible presentations. Where they were educational, I felt like I learned something. Where they were entertaining, I was entertained. We are, of course, live challenges make up only a third of what we're having our contestants do. So this live challenge was present an animal in your life as though you are a nature documentary presenter. Now we're changing up the energy a little bit. We're getting into our skill challenge, the challenge where we gave them a task that they had to complete right then and there on our Zoom call. Ilana, why don't you tell them a little bit about what we have going on this week?
So this week, when we did all of our filming, we asked our contestants to find a bug. That's right. The person to find a bug quickest wins, and the person who took the longest time doesn't necessarily win. But we're not stopping there. It's not just about how fast you are or how good you are at a skill challenge. It's also about what our audience thinks. Just to give you a little sneak peek, last episode, we had our contestants build a tower. Gosh, it feels like years ago.
It does.
And our audience loved BJ's. They thought BJ had the most architectural tower. So this week, we're asking our audience, which bug is the best? Make sure to pay attention.
So keep an eye on those bugs. And I think it's time for us to just jump into our live footage, which again is a race. Who can find a bug the fastest?
Okay, there's gotta be a bug. I know there's a fly in my kitchen. I don't have outdoors. Well, I have a little balcony. Maybe there's a bug on it.
It's gotta be some creeper-crawlers. Oh, fuck. Yes, I know. Wolf, 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 wolf.
Bugs. I gotta find bugs. I know I have bugs in my house because I've been battling them. The fuck are you? They've been in my plants and I've been hating them, but now I need them. Isn't that ironic? What we're gonna do? We're gonna go outside, we're gonna find a rock or something, and we're gonna turn it over. And there's gotta be bugs underneath it, right? Let's try this. No. Alright, where would there be bugs? Basements. Basements have bugs. Basements have bugs, but where? Normally I don't want bugs. Now I want a bug. Can't find a bug. Oh, balcony. Maybe there's a bug on it.
Oh, it's so loud. It's so loud. Nothing lives out here. These plants are fake. Is that a bug?
We got a little garden over here. There's usually some boys and gals or gender non-binary bugs, whatever you want to say. So anything over here. I can be being outside and not got bugs, you know what I mean? There's can you see it? Very thin. Yeah, you see it. That's a bug.
Damn my cleanliness. Oh, here's a spider web. Oh, there's a bug. Look at that asshole. Ew.
Why is it that every time I need a bug, they're all gone?
Ooh, worm. Does that count? Does the worm count? Look, there he is. There's a worm. I think that counts as a bug.
It's not like a hot dog a sandwich situation. To me, a worm is very clearly a bug.
I couldn't agree more. To me, the definition of bug is something you don't want to touch that you find where you don't want to find them. And we saw 4 great bugs there in very quick succession. Of course, in first place there, we had Colleen. In second place, we had BJ. Third place, we had Gwen. And last place, Jess. But all 4 of them did a great job of finding bugs in very challenging circumstances.
Yeah, so just a reminder to go to the 2MB Studios Twitter later tonight, throughout the week. Make sure to vote for your favorite bug, the one you liked the best, and keep rooting for your favorite contestant.
And if you don't want to miss that Twitter poll, make sure that you subscribe, follow on all the social media that you can find so that you can keep an eye on what everybody's up to on this great network.
Mm-hmm. With that, it sounds like we're on to our weekly recorded mission.
Better believe it. What was our recorded mission this week, Alana?
Oh gosh, Arthur, it's been so long. But if I'm remembering correctly, we asked our contestants to create and present a mascot.
A mascot indeed.
This mascot can be for a school. It could be for a show. Gosh, it doesn't even have to be for anything that specific. We just wanted our contestants to make a costume and show it off for us.
Absolutely. So without any further ado, let's jump right in and take a look at what they put together for us.
This is going to be a tricky one. Yikes. My sewing skills are rudimentary at best. I can, I'm really good at I'm really good at fixing stuffed animals. My first job in high school when I was 16 was at Build-A-Bear. And so there I gained a lot of experience sewing stuffed animals. And I can, if you have a ripped stuffed animal, let me know. I will fix it for you and you'll never even know that it was touched. So hit me up somehow. But maybe that'll work in my favor. If this is like an animal mascot thing, then maybe my stuffed animal experience will help me. But I think the first thing we need to do is figure out, what do I have that we can assemble some sort of a costume out of and then go from there. I wish I still had all my dance costumes, but my mom made me get rid of them. So thanks, Mom. I told you I was going to need those costumes someday. I told you. But let's just work with what we have. Let's go find out what I have in the house. What I have is like a ton of wigs, and I did find these. So I'm thinking, based on all of the wigs that I have and these fangs, I'm thinking maybe the easiest thing to do, or the simplest thing to do, would be to go for like a lion kind of situation. But we could totally do something Maine-ish out of that. And then have these guys in there as well. Ooh, lions don't have blue nails though. We'll have to see about that. But anyway, I have to let these dry for another 10 minutes. I think they're gonna stick now. I came to the realization that Quarantine Action Wrestling does not have a mascot. Quarantine Action Wrestling, Thursdays on 2MB Studios. So Quarantine Action Wrestling needs a mascot. Like, come on. It's, myself and your other favorite Boston comedians wrestling each other and doing cool stuff. So we need a mascot This will be my official audition submission to be the mascot for Quarantine Action Wrestling. So I gotta finish making this like a QAW centric outfit, and then I think we're ready to start doing some mascot stuff. Let's go. Okay, mascot time. Yeah, wrestling. Yeah, wrestling. QAW. If I officially get picked as the mascot for QAW, I will let the QAW fandom name me. Q, give me a Q. Give me an A. Give me a W. What does it spell? QAW. Yeah, QAW. Yeah. I didn't stretch before doing the mascotting. I mean, I've been a dancer my whole life, but oh man, it's been a while since I've actually just stretched and danced. The hubris of it all. Oh man.
Oh, Arthur, it looks like our audience is pretty excited about Jess's mascot. We've got some comments out there about her critical skills during COVID. Very impressive high kicks. I feel like these are all things Emily and our expert judge later on should definitely keep in mind.
Definitely agree. One thing that this really gave me some sympathy for is how those mascots who are dancing and running around and just getting themselves into all kinds of trouble during real sporting games, they must be in so much pain at the end of the night.
Oh, so unbelievable.
So I really appreciate Jess bringing that element of the experience to life. And now to look at a very different experience, let's bring out Colleen.
Okay, I've been waffling back and forth, and I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to do Mandarin Duck, because I was following the Mandarin Duck in New York for a little bit, and it looks kind of hard to do in a way, but maybe if I can just get a few of the basic essential pieces right, I will look like a Mandarin Duck.
So I think the first place to start is with the makeup. So I am going to work on the Mandarin Duck's like purple to green to black, red nose, white eye stripes. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh, I forgot, I have feathers. I've got some peacock feathers. These are just like fun things I keep around. And also some ostrich feathers. I don't know when I came to buy these. I think maybe for like a New Year's Eve thing. Anyway, costume box. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great. So,
my face is starting to itch and I want to touch it and it's messing up the makeup. So that really sucks. Okay. That might be as white as it gets. I noticed on the beak there's like a white spot, so I tried to add that in. So I've got my feathers, the blue-green stripe, the beak, and then the little yellow under the eyes, and some white. It could be more. I could make it whiter, but it's kind of hard. I think the makeup's turned out pretty good. I mean, it's on there. It is on there. So now I just have to figure out what to wear. Oh, and what school I'm gonna be for.
feathers are not strictly speaking Mandarin duck, like not these type of feathers, but I'm wondering if they will make it more clear that I'm a bird. If you're not looking at a picture of Mandarin duck, it might be a little hard to see that I'm painted up like one, whereas like this definitely gives like a bird feeling, like the different type of bird. Okay. One of the things I think I'm missing is that Mandarin duck is sort of round, and I think I have to go forth confidently in the direction of my dreams, and that means making the Mandarin duck middle a little more round. So I happen to have these brown towels, and I think that they help give an illusion of duckliness. I just have to kind of keep them going. Yeah. Yeah. You can definitely tell I'm a bird now because of the feathers. Assuming they show up. And then wings, or yeah, nailed it.
That was some real duckliness, as they say in the chat.
Definitely. As Boston residents, we are, of course, aware of the legend of the ugly duckling. Sorry, the make way for ducklings. There's a lot of ducklings out there that we care about. I'm really excited to see the Mandarin duck getting brought out.
I wish I knew all the duck differences here. To be fair, last name Doll in the chat felt like Colleen looked like a rainbow fish. I'm not that far off, but I get it.
Yeah. Great use of makeup, definitely. I think we saw BJ, competitor in the show, in the chat, commenting on how makeup was an important element of this challenge. Now, I might be wrong about this, but I believe that BJ is up next. Why don't we take a look and see what his approach was?
Let's do it.
Okay, guys, you know I've been struggling trying to figure out what I'm going to be this animal mascot. So I brought back young Jaden.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? So the task is that I have to create an animal mascot with a backstory and do that in an hour.
That's tight. Okay.
Do you have any ideas of how I could do this?
I really don't even know. I have like blankets.
All right, y'all. We are going to go brainstorm. We'll be back. Maybe we'll have something. Who knows? All right. Still struggling. Got my wife over here. She does not want to be on camera. That's her choice. That's her choice. Painting my face? That was an option?
Yeah.
I got to do this by 3:30. We've got an hour.
Again, big cats are pretty easy.
We're not trying to go for easy. We're trying to go for best. Don't tell easy. Judges, we're not going for easy. Okay. We're going for best, what we have in the circumstances. All right? What we have in the circumstances. This is mind over manner, folks. It's your mind over the manner.
Do you have anything snake print?
Snake print. No. No. I've been trying to be more of a fuckboy, but I do not have that.
Honestly. Lion hats. I want to go through this whole bag.
We are in the basement. We are searching for...
this thing. It could be pretty cool. I'll pick it out.
How is it animal?
I mean, if you're trying to be like a human, it could look like kind of like an inner layer of skin. You know what I mean? I would do that. Honestly, it's not even my decision, but or this could be like another layer of good animal skin. Like if you're trying to make like a leopard look. Yeah, pretty much all it is curtains.
Curtains are fair enough. Some people just got some curtains. We gotta figure it out. So we got this. This is leopard print or cheetah print?
I would say leopard.
Leopard print. And we have this. I don't know why we have this.
Oh, I said you should put it inside.
Inside.
Did my sister already leave? I was gonna ask her for that like that. Do you remember she had like a headband thingy that was like that? But I was gonna say like if you put that and just put that on like the edge of your neck or something, that would be cool.
So we need to...
I don't know what we need to do, but yes.
Ears and a tail? Ears and a tail?
Yeah.
All right. All right, folks, this is what we got. We a hood leopard.
It's the best I could do.
This is the best we could do with what we got. We got the stuff. We in here. Clawing.
Oh yeah, we still have to do your
Clawing.
whiskers.
What?
We still have to do your whiskers.
Well, you know, we did it. We did enough.
Yeah, we did.
Man, I can't. Come on. Whisker. Raw.
Stop.
Where they want to know where my ears are. I can't do nothing for my ears because I'm letting my waves done. They cooking.
Child, please.
They cooking. They cooking. This is what we got. We got a little tail over there. What? Hey.
So yeah, the best we could do. I personally say you should have done the tree, but yeah. It was the tree or this, and I chose this.
Leopard.
We're seeing some love for Jaden in the chat. Honestly,
Absolutely.
I'm obsessed with that kid.
It's so brave too to just get completely undermined by someone else in your video, in all the parts of the video that we used for this.
Why would you
for the
use
show.
any video that Jaden wasn't in?
Exactly. So thank you, Jaden, out there, if you're watching, for bringing it as hard as you did. Speaking of which, I thought that that's a pretty good leopard costume. We saw what BJ was working with. We saw what the time limits did, and we saw a pretty good leopard.
Yeah, I feel good about it, but BJ is not our last contestant.
It's true.
We can't yet compare. We still have Gwen.
All right, let's check it out.
So our challenge is to make a mascot suit, which to me says no like face paint. Like I don't think a mascot should be like you can't know necessarily who's within the suit. So I'm gonna try my best for that. And I think I have my animal in mind. I've always felt really connected to one image of a particular animal. So I know what I'm going for. So my mascot is a possum. Not just any possum. This possum, who has proclaimed, "I am good kitty." So that's my mascot's name. Good Kitty. I've got some foam, which came out of this, which was a bunch of fruit that I ordered. I put the fruit over there. I have some cat ears, glue gun, because you gotta use a glue gun, and some spray paint, which I already owned. Why? I don't remember. Some sweatpants. I took the foam and I cut it into hands. And now I'm hot gluing them together. It's taking a lot more glue than I thought it would. I won't say that they're forever mittens, but they're for now mittens. It's okay. It's how you know the glue is hot. Is there a way to get some mesh here so that you can't see me, but I can see you? All right, so we have painted. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Shit. Okay. All right, we're good. I had a tape mishap, but we're fine. We've painted the hands. They're drying. We've painted the skull, I'm gonna call it. It's drying. And now we're gonna start working on the nose, which as you can see right now has too many holes in it for one nose. But we're gonna fix that. I mean.
Yeah, once you paint that nose pink, that's like so good.
Yeah.
This is the face of someone that's very proud of themselves, and I'm all here for it. Yeah, it's white face with like the black ears. Oh, you need ears
that
too.
one. I have ears.
Okay.
I have ears prepared.
Yeah, black ears and then a black eyes. Little black dot. That's gonna look so funny.
I'm sorry, what were you saying, Kevin? Oh god, this thing is straight from hell now.
Just give it time for the white to dry and then you can redo it. I don't know if you're gonna get it all in.
It's become more of a statement than...
I can't wait to see the final video.
Oh my god. Fuck. Okay, we're good. You just gotta squeeze the nose a little. Get in there.
Yeah, this looks so sad. This looks so sad. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. This is pretty weird. You've done weird things. This is up there.
Alright, so the eyes were a little cursed. So we gave new eyes. They look a little sad, but they're no longer demonic. So that's good. And we added the ears. So.
Okay.
Arthur, it's so good.
It's so good. We've seen 4 great mascot costumes come together in an incredibly limited amount of time. And it's not up to us to decide which ones we like best and which ones we don't. No, it's up to our head judge, Emily. So let's bring her back in.
Hey, had to get myself unmuted there.
Totally happens.
No
So,
worries. We have some really polarizing views in the chat. Some people were loving the nose. Some people thought the whole thing was terrifying. So we're really excited to hear how you felt about all 4 mascots.
absolutely. But of course, we aren't expecting you to have all the answers. Do you have someone here tonight to help you make your decisions?
Do I have someone here? Maybe they are waiting backstage right now. That's it. I'm going to give you some hints. This person also happens to be, or was an Improv Boston regular when we were all there. They were a member of the Wild, and they are a self-proclaimed college football fan and longtime lover of mascot hijinks. That's right. Please bring out Sumit.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Y'all ready for this?
I'm sure that you both have lots of great thoughts to share with our contestants. So Alana and I are going to get out of here and leave it in your capable hands.
Oh man, those are so good.
So good.
Great job, Jess.
Thank you.
First of all, I always love the use of well-maintained wigs in a costume. So good job
Thank
on
you.
that. Good symbolism. We knew what you stand for. You had some kicks as part of a dance. Looking for pizzazz and enthusiasm, which you had completely, 100%. So, I'm on board with Vampire for QAW. Was it a vampire? What was it, a demon?
Oh, shit.
You're a lion for QAW, right?
A lion. It was a lion? There were fangs. Was there another vampire?
No, I used vampire fangs, but for like the
right.
lion.
Oh, gotcha.
Like the
Okay,
incisor.
sorry. So I missed what it was, but still. I thought it was great.
Jess, that was awesome. I loved the wig. I love the styling of the wig. The makeup was amazing. I love the QAW belt. I loved your whole backstory. I love the fact that if you become the QAW mascot, which I think we all think that you should,
100%.
yes, that you'll let people give you a name. And I think that's really cool. And as such, based upon our little chit chat here, I am awarding you 5 points.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Wow, right off the bat.
Woo! Here we go. Oh, I love this.
Colleen, this was great too. One question:
Yeah.
Why do you have so many feathers hanging out in the apartment?
Decor.
Okay, cool. It worked out so well.
I think they're not intended to be decor, but I won't put them away, and I just feel very fancy with them around.
Very fair, very fair. I thought the makeup was fantastic. Probably the best makeup we saw.
Okay.
You had some shading on your face, which was great. You stuck in there despite the itching and the physical pain, which is an important part of being a mascot, being able to like sit in that costume through heat and rain and having stuff thrown at you. So great job doing that. And I thought it was a very creative use of the towels and the belt that really kind of brought the whole costume into one tight package. So good job.
Thank you.
Colleen, I thought you did a great job. I loved your makeup. I actually Googled Mandarin duck to see what the Mandarin duck looks like. I think you were pretty spot on with the makeup, with what you had at your disposal. Loved the feathers, loved what you did with the towels and got the wings. Since you didn't have necessarily a backstory or like a name, I'm going to give you 4 points, but I still think you did.
I do want you to know that my name was Mandarin Patinkin. After,
oh, yeah.
That was after the New York Mandarin duck, famously spotted in 2018. I'll spare you the rest of that one.
Wait, what did you say? I couldn't hear you.
Oh, my name was Mandarin Patinkin.
Oh, that was your name.
I can't take credit.
Okay. Well, you got 4 points. Thank you so much. And we're going to bring up the next contestant.
These pictures are fantastic.
Yes.
So we had Hood Leopard.
Yes.
I thought was a great name. He had a great mascot mentality, which was going for the best, which you need, if you're representing a sports team. I loved his lion noises, which was basically saying roar. And he was self-deprecating, which is also an important part of being a mascot. He had a little bit of a dance in there. I could see it. He was like growing into it. So all in all, I thought it was a great job.
BJ, I think you did a great job, especially with what you had at your disposal in your house. I enjoyed your collaboration, and you did have a little bit of a dance. Taking all this into consideration, I'm going to give you a 4.
Nice.
And we're going to bring up the next contestant.
Hello.
Go ahead. Great job.
Thank you.
I don't know if you guys have seen this video or this picture, but for a moment, your mascot reminded me of, there's a video where there's a Chuck E. Cheese, where the Chuck E. Cheese animatronic robots have their faces ripped off because they are like so old. So for a moment, it reminded me of that. But then after you changed the eyes and colored the nose, it kind of redeemed itself. I thought it was a complete transformation because we couldn't see you at all, which is great. Thought it was a great use of foam and a great dance at the end. A lot of positivity there, so great job.
Gwen, I thought you did a great job. I liked how you brought out, the picture at the beginning. We had a clear idea of what you were aiming for. Great name, totally bizarre mascot. Terrifying costume, but also excellent. And I'm awarding you 5 points.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Well, folks, that's another episode of Mind Over Manor. We'd like to thank Sumit for joining us for this recorded challenge judging, and Emily, of course, as always. But you two can get on out of here while we wrap up the show. I'm pleased to report that our final scores for the evening, it's a 3-way tie for first with 11 points each on Gwen, BJ and Colleen, with Jess not too far behind with 9. So
okay, but that's just for this episode,
that's
right?
just for this episode.
Okay.
Overall scores, we have a 2-way tie at 37. That's Gwen and Colleen, with BJ at 35 and Jess bringing up the rear at 29. We'd like to thank everybody who helped make this episode of the show possible. Callahan for the editing, Matt Fear in the production booth, Ben Scurry, our executive producer. I've been Arthur. That's Alana. And if I forgot you, I'm so sorry. Stick around for Joy of Posting. Good night.
Bye, everyone.